everyone, my name is Palak Tripathi and I'm one of the writers from Woven Words Publishers. So, my debut novel is Colossal Fame and I had published it almost a year ago. That's on 27th of September 2017. So when I published it, I was 17 years old, so I'm basically 18 now, and I'm very proud of this achievement that Woven Words had, made my dream come true and I've published a book. So this novel, I'll probably read the synopsis from the back of the book, and it says that Colossal Fame, a house that harbored thousand secrets, became the subject of Charlotte's investigation after her mother and brother went missing mysteriously and her father married for the second time. Charlotte's misery turned into nightmare when Seema, her governess, was absent for a month and Charlotte's stepmom ill-treated her, forcing her to leave her house. She met Ahil, a tribal boy with whom she falls in love while solving the mysteries of the house and the death of her mother and brother. So basically, this is the whole summary of the book, and as you can, make out from this, that it is a fiction mystery genre novel, Colossal Fame. So today I'm gonna read out the first chapter out of it, a bit of book reading as you might see. So okay, then I'll read the first chapter. There are 25 chapters in this book, and let me tell you that though it is a work of fiction, but it's basically what I've seen in my life. There are there are a bundle of emotions in this book, starting from happiness to sadness to every aspect that we go through in our life. And this book is very close to my heart, not because this is my first novel or something, but because I've penned down almost everything what I feel. Okay, so every emotion, every quote that you can see here in this book can be just felt. It's my life. That is what I feel. So I'll start off by reading the first chapter, and then and I will tell you the price of the book and from where you can buy it. So I'll start off with chapter one, which is no name. I haven't given titles to my chapters. Okay, so chapter one goes like that. It was a moonless night. The sea was up to its full height, producing giant waves and loud uproar, ready to take anyone in its cold arms. All were safely in their homes near their fireplaces, sitting cozily or sleeping peacefully. Like any other home but very different, stood Colossal Fame, the house where Charlotte lived. It was a huge house, full of rooms and full of grief. Colossal Fame stood in the middle of a desert, or so it seemed, as not many people lived in that area. It looked creepy with windows dull and blinded in the darkness. The house was painted velvety purple from outside, which made the place look gloomier and grimmer at night. The chimney was like a giant elf, and the lawn was haunted by the sound of crickets. In the farthest corner of the house, in one of the 15 rooms of Colossal Fame, lay Charlotte on her bed, with a brooch clutched tightly in her hand and her eyes wide open. It was a sunny, bright morning of March 27, 2010. Charlotte, who was 15, was playing with her 7-year-old brother Jonathan in her backyard. "Charlie, Johnny, I'm going to the market. I'll be back soon. Please take care, kids," Charlotte's mother shouted in a hurry. A sale was going on at the supermarket, and she couldn't miss that by any chance. She stormed inside the garage, ready to take out the car. "Wait, Mum, I'm coming too," Jonathan screamed and ran to his mother. "All right, put on your shoes and come in a minute. We don't have much time left, Johnny," she desperately said. Bye-bye, Mum. Bye, Johnny. Charlotte waved after the car. She had no idea. It was probably the last time she was bidding them farewell. She was never going to see her mother and brother again. Charlotte kept waving. When the car was no longer visible, she moved into the house. Now the description. It was a huge house, more like a castle, with a large garden at the front, a big wooden main door with antique carvings, many windows, and 15 huge rooms, including a large living room, spacious dining area, a never-ending library, and a big toy room for Charlotte and Jonathan. Charlotte's father was Indian, Anil Sharma, and he was busy in the family business which was bequeathed to him by his father. He had to stay away from Colossal Fame for months as the coal mines and the coal fields under him were in Singrauli, while Colossal Fame was approximately 565 kilometers away in Seoni, Madhya Pradesh. A bit of a research. Anil's life changed at the age of 28 when a beautiful British woman of 25 came to India to visit Madhya Pradesh. She was awed by the strikingly amazing house standing upon the land of Seoni. She took out her camera and started taking pictures. When Anil saw her from his bedroom window, he had blushed for no reason and ran downstairs to open the door when he saw her coming towards the house. A bit of a love story started here. Hi, I'm Eliza Smith. You have a wonderful house. This looks like St. James Church. She stretched out her hand and exclaimed, Hello, I'm Anil Sharma. This house is called Colossal Fame, and you have lovely eyes, he said, while shaking her hand, merely mumbling the last sentence. Elizabeth was then invited inside the house, where she was warmly welcomed by Rajat and Sonal Sharma, Anil's parents. They offered her to stay in Colossal Fame during her visit, to which she happily agreed as she found the house really enchanting. 1 month later, Elizabeth left. Anil was engrossed in his work, but he couldn't stop thinking about her. They had exchanged numbers, so they used to text and call each other frequently. Now, background of Elizabeth. Elizabeth lived in Grimsby, England. Her father, Trevor Smith, had several food processing firms under him, which packed raw fish inside tin cans. Now, it was the most sought after and important work in Grimsby, being a major seaport, and she worked as a digital communications advisor and was self-dependent. Now, when finally, after 2 years, Anil asked her if she would marry him and shift to Seoni in Colossal Fame forever, she couldn't say no. Now, Anil's parents were mature and open-minded, so they did not oppose the marriage. And soon, Elizabeth Smith married Anil Sharma and became Elizabeth Sharma. 2 years later, Anil's parents died in a car crash, leaving Anil shocked and shattered. It took several months for him to bear the brunt and be normal again, but he was finally able to focus on his work. After another 2 years, Anil and Elizabeth decided to have a baby, and then one fine day, Charlotte was born. So Charlotte is our protagonist, and she's born. So the story has been started now. Okay, she looks beautiful, just like you. Look at her eyes. Anil smiled and looked at Elizabeth, then at his newborn angel. And she looked so happy, with a lively smile, just like my husband. Elizabeth said, while touching Charlotte's cheek happily, and tears brimmed her eyes. I'm so glad I found you. You made my world so beautiful. Anil held Elizabeth's hand and said, and I would say that I found my world in you. She couldn't control her happy tears anymore. They were now rolling down her cheeks. She was happy. Anil was elated. There were so many good things for them to experience together. Charlotte grew up to be a curious, brave, and sweet girl. She was raised by Seema Prakash, who was in her 40s and was Charlotte's governess. Anil was mostly out of town in Singrauli for his work. Elizabeth also used to go to work and would come back in the evening 5 days a week. So Seema used to take care of Charlotte during those days. Seema would tell Charlotte lots of stories, which the girl would intently listen to. Now, Seema was a very nice woman. She loved Charlotte a lot. She told her stories about kings and queens, adventure, fantasy, mystery, and thus Charlotte grew up to be interested in books of those genres. She started reading when she was nearly 2 and was soon a bookworm. This is more like me. I was a bookworm from a very young age. So a few years later, her brother Jonathan was born, and in no time, Charlotte and Jonathan became best of friends. So when Jonathan went away with his mom to the supermarket, Charlotte started missing him already. So this was basically a flashback of their lives, and the current situation was that Charlotte's mother and her brother Jonathan and Elizabeth have went to the supermarket, and Charlotte waved them a goodbye, and then she started missing them. This was the first chapter. The story will slowly take turns, will slowly proceed. Okay, so you can buy Colossal Fame for just 150 rupees if you're from India, and if you're not, then some $9 if you are not from India. And you can order this book from Amazon or Flipkart, or there will be an ebook coming soon probably. And yes, I mean, I can't force you guys to read, but if you like mystery genre and if you are a bit more on the emotional side and you want to see aspects of life, I would suggest that you give it a read. And I'll not expect you guys to be all positive and all sweet. You can always read my book, review it, give me your suggestion, be a critic, just criticize my writing, and I'll try to improve it. It's just my first book. I mean, I read a lot of books, but I don't write that much. I mean, I've written short stories and articles and stuff, but not a book. So this was my first book, and I plan to write another if this gets kind of a good response and gives me more suggestions to write, because I want to improve as a writer. So it would be good if you guys could review this so that you can tell me some suggestions, you can criticize me, so I'll keep that points in my mind, and I'll write another book improving it so that you can see the improvement, how much I've improved. Also, you can send your suggestions at my Gmail, that is paalu1624@gmail.com, or you can follow me on my Instagram, that is panache.me, panache.me, in which you'll find writings, stuff about Colossal Fame, my pictures, basically some blogging stuff if you are interested in that. And you can always talk to me on Facebook at my Facebook page, or on Instagram if you want to ask me something or if you want to suggest me something. And I'm just always here with you guys to listen to you guys and improve my writing. Thank you. Bye.